Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. So, all right, the latest news is that racist lunatic Laura Loomer, who may or may not be Trump's lover.
Lover?
He is.
They are lovers.
Did not even. Oh my God!
Oh, I know my mind hadn't gone there.
Oh,
because it's so gross.
She flew on the plane
She
with
is in
him.
a fight with fellow racist lunatic Marjorie Taylor Greene.
When Marjorie Taylor Greene has to tell you, you two racist, you two racist.
I mean, you have really crossed the Rubicon on racism because that is. I was tickled by it. I was like, "Oh, look at that!"
Because they've both quadrupled down now on the Haitians are eating the dogs and cats in Springfield, and then Trump said now the geese, and then she doubled down and said they're eating humans.
Yeah.
I don't.
So, okay, and I didn't save this quote of hers to trigger you or anything because you know I don't do that.
Not at all.
But she said they talk in their little DEI Shaniqua voices. Kamala.
Oh, yeah.
No, she didn't.
Oh, she
Kamala
did.
Harris, Letitia James, and Fani Willis.
Oh, boy.
What do they have in common? I'll think of it. Like all of the meritless DEI Shaniqua talk the same way. It's very obnoxious the way they talk. Frangela, your thought.
Oh, God.
Why
are you
They're
making
both
them comments
frozen.
on this?
They're both frozen.
Frangela
And
has been frozen in horror.
They are.
Oh my God! Oh, you know what?
I don't have
You know
enough
what?
pearls to clutch. I have to buy
Really? You know what? But you know what? Keep
goodness.
on. First of all, the first thought I think is keep
Keep going.
underestimating us. Because that is why Kamala Harris won that debate.
Yeah.
Is that these are the very same people who said a prosecutor, the Attorney General of California, okay, could not. A senator, the vice president couldn't speak. Underestimate her. Go ahead. Make fun of her. Go right ahead because it will be to your detriment and your loss.
Yeah.
Say it to Shaniqua's face.
Exactly.
Laura
Loomy.
I was saying that.
Loomy Loomer.
I was saying that she's been so underestimated, but I said not for a lot of us out here in California.
Right.
We knew she was awesome from the second we saw her, when she was Attorney General. And so it's just the fact that they've so underestimated her. And also we were saying for people who just tuned in for the first time to this debate, Trump didn't just lose. This is who he always is. He didn't have a bad night. That's who Donald Trump is. It's what we've been saying for 8 years. We're like, oh, now you noticed he's crazy, right?
Yeah.
He went crazier. Normally he reserves a lot of that crazy talk for other events, and not the national audience like that. Because I think the they're eating the pets that's usually more of a rally talking point.
But she baited him into it.
Yeah.
She baited him into to be crazy rally Trump, right?
It's brilliant.
Yep.
I just don't understand how people think a black woman could be successful in this country if she was inarticulate and stupid. Like, how does that, we have evidence that straight white men can do it all over the place.
Well, Donald Trump.
Thank you. But but where has that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and we were laughing that he still didn't say it to her face because he wouldn't look at her. That's how much of a pussy he is. He wouldn't even look at her. He's just, and I thought, oh my God, I can't believe he did what did he say? I read it. I read it that she's not black. I read it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm glad she didn't take the bait again.
No.
Like what? It's
Yeah.
so
It
doesn't matter
stupid
what
to
he
even,
thinks.
right?
Well, also the race thing, like all of a sudden, we talked about this on the Final Word yesterday. All of a sudden, white people don't understand what it means to be an immigrant. Mm-hmm. When everybody, unless you are indigenous, everybody in this country is an immigrant.
Or,
And you're on stolen land.
a kidnapped
Every
victim,
sing-
but that's it.
Yeah, or a kidnapped victim of slavery. Everybody is an immigrant.
No, and they're proud of it. We've said it for years. Everybody's proud of their status on St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's proud of their status. I don't know how many times I've had white people tell me my ethnic background. My dad's German, my mom's French and British, and we're a little bit, I'm just a mutt. I've heard this my entire life.
White people understand being mixed all day long when it comes to whiteness.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, if you have heritage of two different people, it's like, huh? Well, what are you?
Yeah.
Because you don't get, when you are brown, you don't get self-determination.
And by the way, we code switch all the time. I had a worker guy here yesterday that's Hungarian, and then I just automatically go, we think one of my grandparents was Hungarian, but we don't really know. I'm German and Irish and Polish, but we think that maybe he wasn't Polish, so maybe I'm a quarter Hungarian. So I switch for whoever I'm talking to.
Well, I think that's lovely.
He could have been Ukrainian. And when I talk to a Ukrainian, I say, I think I might be quarter Ukrainian.
Yes.
I think we all are in spirit.
Yeah, we are. Sure.
Slava Ukraini.
Yeah, holding up her sunflowers.
But that's all I see. All I see is white people telling me, I'm a quarter this, I'm a part this, I'm a part that. I can be this, I'm that. And then, but all of a sudden, she has to turn black.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is no country called Blackonia. I don't know if people don't know this.
Wait, there's no Wakanda?
There is a Wakanda, but I can't tell you where it is.
Right. If I give you some vibranium, I have some.
No, they have all the vibranium in Wakanda.
I took some.
All in Wakanda. But there is no Blackonia. Black people come from all over the place. I don't want to rock people's world, but there are black Polish people. Mm-hmm. There's nationality, there's ethnicity, which is, race is a dubious, non-existent concept, really. But, the idea that Donald Trump would ever be the person that would determine that for anyone is crazy. Mm-hmm. And he's also married to two immigrants. He's married to two immigrants. It doesn't make any sense.
And I have to say, it is so hard to be shocked when you've been marinating in him for 8 years. But the fact that he still tried to claim the Central Park Five were guilty, didn't he? Did I hear that?
Yes.
He's like, everyone agreed with me. They pled guilty, and Bloomberg agreed with me, and I'm like, they were exonerated by DNA. Like, he will not say they're innocent. I was wrong. I mean,
But still, I have to hear people like Jon Stewart say that neither candidate answered questions.
Oh, please.
I don't need to see him even that one day or whatever half a night, whatever he's doing now. Because, I'm like, why don't you go hang out with your friend Dennis Miller? Y'all getting really, I can't.
So one of the other hosts said, because, when Trump said, he's going to send all the late night hosts to jail or whoever, makes fun of him. And one of them said, does Jon Stewart only have to go to jail on Monday?
That's funny.
Rachel Maddow and Jon Stewart only on Monday.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean... It's hard to even pick highlights or lowlights, isn't it, from Tuesday?
Oh, I can.
I wish I could. Yes, go ahead. I wish I would have watched it with you guys. Oh, my God.
We had a watch party, and it was fantastic. It was
on
fantastic.
Patreon. It was really fun.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, I think the pause that echoed around the world was my favorite part.
Oh, this...
Kamala's pause, that was because we all knew what the word was.
Did you see where they filled in all the movie clips? This mother, what she was thinking, and then she's like,
Samuel
former
Jackson.
President.
I was like, oh, she managed to call him that without calling him that. That is brilliant.
Yes. My favorite part was 81 million people fired
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, man, and he took the bait every time.
Every time.
Beautiful crowds, big crowds, they don't leave.
Joe Biden hates you.
Joe Biden doesn't know if he's alive. Like, where have we landed?
Did you see someone did all the faces of Kamala? Just perfect. Just when he was doing the dogs, they're eating the dogs and the cats.
As a person who can't control her face, I found every moment of it priceless and beautiful. Like a new Mona Lisa.
I think it was my new best friend Jasmine Crockett that said, when a black woman makes that face, you're about to get your ass kicked. I mean,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
When a black woman says, "Say it to my face,"
Yeah, take off your rings. Take off your shoes. Yeah.
And the fact, the body language of it, that he got smaller and lopsided the longer it went on.
Yeah.
Like he started to look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like he was just like, and not looking at her and just clenching his teeth. I was like,
Right from the beginning, she moved on him like a bitch. Right from the beginning,
Yeah.
she grabbed his, when she shook his hand. I'm Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Fantastic. Oh my God, he was just thrown off just by that,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yes,
He's like, oh,
yes, yes.
I have black on me.
You know what? I love the new term, which is sane washing everything
Thank
he
you.
does.
Yes.
You know, we were reading an article, and it was like, well, he didn't want to shake her hand because he's a germaphobe. But we watch him shake people's hands all day long at rallies and what have you. No, he didn't want to shake that black woman's hand.
Well, it did rub off. It did
trying
rub off on him because he was looking darker. He did.
Well, I thought the one positive I have is that they darkened his hair a little bit. They got it out of that bright yellow, and I thought that was a good choice. That's it.
It didn't look like a baby duck's butt.
They toned down the orange, and I'm sure they had to fight him on it.
Yeah,
You
just
know, but
20%
they did
less
manage that.
Dick Tracy villain.
There's no denying it, the vibes are really good right now. But vibes alone won't save our democracy. We need votes. At the Grassroots Democrats HQ, we know what it takes to win elections. Knocking doors, making calls, sending texts, and writing postcards. If we're going to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and give them the Democratic Congress to pass their agenda, then we need to roll up our sleeves and talk to a record number of voters between now and November 5th. But let's be clear, we can't do it without you. So, are you ready to work? This is a fight for freedom and our future, and everything is at stake. Don't wake up on November 6th wishing you had done more. Join us. Go to grassrootsdems.org today to sign up to volunteer, and let's go win this thing.